The current pandemic has brought unimaginable devastation to people's lives, livelihoods, and national economies.
Hi Saints, happy Wednesday. Alright, so tonight's video won't be a long one because I'm not really in my natural habitat. So not gonna make it long. I don't have my mic and anything, but I had to post this video because this is something that I have been talking about, and I have a few new people on here. So I want to set, like a couple ground foundation information laid out on the table for them. So the WEF, which is the World Economic Forum, which is passed off as a body that basically looks out for the planet and knows what's best for us. Not us, they know what's best for us, and they say that we will have nothing and be happy. I'm gonna quickly share a video with you with King Charles talking about, because him and Schwab is like, as we say in Jamaica, no, I'm not gonna say, but they are very close, right? And he is basically pushing the agenda. They all are, all the heads of state. And as I said before, if there's a head of state that does not believe in what their beliefs are or what their plans are, Plan 2030, which is what we're headed towards now, you will slowly see them fade away. When I say fade away, it could be anything, could be the big C, or the, just so many things, because the tube is tubing, and if you know, you know, right? They will just no longer be the heads of those states, right? So in the video, because I don't think I'm going to come back after he talks, and because today is a short video, I will definitely be making another video before Sunday. But just pay keen attention in how they say sustainable, because a lot of these governments like to use the word sustainable. A lot of these bodies like to use the word sustainable. Sustainable means controllable in their, that is really the what they're saying. Okay, I'm just translating it for those that are at the back. Okay, sustainable is not the word that you want to hear from these heads of government, because that means controllable. They want more sustainable ways to do to eat. So that's why the plastic and the this and the that, and then they're gonna go from that to, listen, you guys having your own thing going on, being able to just easily go and buy food, and all these butchers and people. That is why they're doing what they're doing in Idaho. Saints, I'm telling you, is a lot. And as I said, I'm not in my natural habitat, but let me just talk about it. That is why they are doing what they're doing in Idaho. And the video that I shared, where you can see on the map that Bill Gates, all the land that he owns goes around Idaho. What is it about this place? We're gonna get into it, not in this video, but I digress. So when you hear sustainable, that is how they desensitize us and get us just mentally thinking, oh, they're doing this for the betterment of the planet, and maybe, it's better for the government to just run off, like when it comes to or simple things that we need every day, electricity in this modern world, you could say. So just for example, electricity, water, stuff like that. And that is what a communist country is. That's why in Cuba, I worked with a Cuban that is now in Jamaica, right? So he doesn't even want to see back Cuba, because these are things sometimes they get electricity for like 3 hours a day. Wi-Fi is crazy. What is Wi-Fi, right? They still use the plug-in situation. So for some areas, but we we see what they're doing. And I just want you guys to know, when you hear certain words, they are trigger words. They should be trigger words to us, and just in our brains and just our spirits, knowing that when you say sustainable, you mean controllable. You want certain industries to be more controllable, to be controlled by you, right? The men at the top. You want not only industries, but you want people to be more controllable. All right, so this is just showing that these evil, wicked people are like literally in our faces. They're having their little sit downs, like what you're gonna see in the video. I'm gonna play it. Their little sit downs and little interviews, and they're talking so proper, and they're kings and queens and presidents and prime ministers, and they're speaking proper English and using all these big words because they know that they can't come out and say to us control. We want things to be more easily controlled. That's what more sustainable means. Okay, so watch the video and just know that you'll be seeing me again before Sunday, and I love you all. May the Lord continue to bless you and your loved ones in your going out and your coming in. The Lord loves you. Jesus is Lord, and I'll see you very, very soon.
The current pandemic has brought unimaginable devastation to people's lives, livelihoods, and national economies. At the same time, the green recovery represents an unprecedented opportunity to rethink and reset the ways in which we live and do business. Now, I've long believed that we need a shift in our economic model that places nature and the world's transition to net zero at the heart of how we operate, prioritizing the pursuit of sustainable, inclusive growth in the decades to come. Having been championing climate action now for the last, I don't know, I suppose 40 years, I can tell you that this isn't a fight for the faint-hearted. However, increasingly we are seeing more and more businesses, investors and consumers prioritizing sustainability and thus creating a much more virtuous circle of supply and demand. By leveraging market forces and the immense resources of the private sector, there is hope that we can transform the situation. But I'm afraid we are literally at the last hour, and there is real urgency for action. We know now what we have to do to rescue the situation, rather than going on talking about it.